Namaste. Greetings. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. You're not tuning into 13 Signs Astrology YouTube channel. Now, what I want to do on this episode is that I'm going to demonstrate an exercise. But before I demonstrate that exercise, I want you guys to kind of get, freshened up or, readjusted to the particular ritual that I talked about the last episode back. And I put out this ritual in July, which was supposed to be a sacred, magical sexual ritual to help you to manifest your goals and your dreams. And in the process of me doing that, because of course I'm doing the ritual as well, I begin to realize that a lot of people probably haven't abstained from sex, or not really abstained from sex, but they haven't abstained from spilling semen like a lot of males. And this can cause, like males that haven't really abstained from spilling semen but maybe partaking in sexual acts, there are side effects on a health level. So I'm going to give a brief little exercise to help to counteract those side effects. Now let me go into those side effects. See, what happens is that if you're not releasing or spilling semen, you can begin to start to feel cramps in your legs. You can start to feel cramps in kind of like your groin area, and even sometimes cramps close to like your kidney area below your navel, like that whole area from below your navel down. You can start to cramp up, and you can start to feel a lot of stress and strain and tension. And this is something I guess I didn't really realize, like I said, because even myself, like it's been a while since I've, I guess went to a point where I'm withholding semen for, a prolonged period of time. Even though I've done it before, but it's been a while since I've done it. And I'm like, a lot of people, they probably have never done it. So it's like, I want to make sure you guys are healthy at the same time while doing this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate an exercise. But before I do that, like I said, I just kind of want to talk about a few things and address a few things so you can understand this exercise. So these cramps, what's happening is that, like I told you in the episode back, your Kundalini is equal to what's called a snake or a serpent. And it's actually like a light serpent. When I mean light, I mean L-I-G-H-T. So it's a light serpent. That's what it essentially is. It's actually energy, but it's in the form of a light because you have light inside of you. And people talk about the light body being on the outside, but actually the light body starts within you. And then when it's activated, it begins to show on the outside. And this is like if you see lights around certain people, this is because their light body is activated, but it starts within and it has a lot to do with the Kundalini. But what happens is that people that have a sleeping Kundalini serpent or a dormant Kundalini serpent, that serpent, like I said on the last video, is facing down. And the goal is to get it to come out of the crown chakra, out of the forehead, or to do a 360. The head of the serpent. You got to get the head of the serpent to do a 360 and come out of the crown chakra, because naturally people that have a dormant sleeping Kundalini, the head of the serpent is down. And this is why people that have problems with sexual tension, with, I guess, like feeling like it's hard to abstain from sex and have like problems with, I guess, releasing sexual energy, this is because of the fact your Kundalini is stuck down here. And even once you get your Kundalini to rise, you may get your Kundalini to rise for a period of time, like maybe during sex or something like that, but then it may go back down during times when you can't have sex. So what I want to do is that on this episode, I want to demonstrate an exercise to get your Kundalini serpent to make sure that it's coming out of the crown forehead, because this is important when it comes to manifesting your ritual. You want to make sure that the serpent does a total 360 and is always coming out of the crown chakra or out of the forehead, out of the sixth chakra. And you want to get all of your lights to align, because that's the only way that the serpent, the head of the serpent, is going to spin around and do a 360. And there's an exercise that I do that I learned from actually when I was in capoeira, and it's a basic exercise, and you probably have seen it before, but I'm going to demonstrate it. But I learned this when I took a combat system called capoeira, which is a West African form of martial arts. Actually, people say it comes from Brazil, but actually Brazil got it from West Africa, which is a whole other story in and of itself. But capoeira is like one of the oldest fighting styles or whatever, and maybe I'll do a video talking about that at another time. But I want to demonstrate to you guys this exercise so you can get your Kundalini to go up. And when you do this exercise, what you want to remember is that be thinking about your goal, whatever goal that you set for yourself when you do this exercise. So I'm going to demonstrate it, not trying to show off, but I just want to show you guys what I'm talking about. You might not be able to see everything on camera because, my camera right now is kind of limited. But hopefully you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. And when you do this exercise, you're going to hear me chant the Om for a period of time. And you want to chant the Om while you are in the position of this exercise. So I'm going to go ahead and do the exercise, and then I'll be right back with you guys. And I'm going to shut down after that and then come back with another episode talking about the light body and going more in depth with that. So. Now hopefully you guys can hear me and see me, but you want to hold yourself in an upside down position, and you can use a wall to prop yourself up. You may only see my legs here, but you want to hold yourself in a position like this, and you want to do this for at least 60 seconds per set. 60 seconds per set, and as you do this, you want to chant the Om. Om. Okay, I'm back. Now hopefully you guys got the gist of that. Let me get this out of my hair, as you can see it. I don't. But you guys, I'm not gonna worry about it. I got some lint in my hair or whatever. But you guys pretty much got the gist of that. I just want to demonstrate that and show you guys that, and hopefully you can feel the energy even as I make this video of how powerful that is. When you do that, like I said, it's shifting the energy and causing the energy to come. Because you have what's called a flame that lights up all your chakras, and this flame actually exists in the root chakra area, and this is kind of like a pilot light. Like you have an oven, you have a pilot light. When you light the pilot light, you gotta light the pilot light to get the oven to work. If you guys have a gas oven, and this flame exists at the root chakra, right? But what happens is that when you turn yourself upside down, it causes any lights or any chakras that aren't aligned or that aren't spinning correctly. When you do that on a consistent basis, it activates those chakras and gets them to start spinning correctly, first and foremost. And when those chakras start spinning correctly, then that's how the serpent turns around and does the 360. Now, the serpent may not turn around the first time you do the exercise or even the second or third, but if you do this on a consistent basis along with your daily meditation, and then you still having sex, if you have a sex partner, you still engaging in the sexual act. But even if you don't have a sex partner to do the sex aspect with, the good thing about turning yourself upside down is that it alleviates all that stress that you may experience from not being able to spill semen or what may have you from not having sex. Now, women can do this as well. You have to remember that. Women can do this as well. It's not just limited to men, because women have the same flame that exists at the base chakra. And this flame, I'll go into talk more about this flame when I do the video coming after this one, which will be essentially more on dealing with the lights that exist in your body and how these lights, what is the rudimentary basis of these lights. So I'll go into that after the episode. I hope you guys got the gist of that. I hope you guys learned something. I thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Excuse my presentation, but this is an exercise video, so I do want to release this, to the public, because I have to take responsibility for the rituals that I put out and do for the public, and make sure that you guys are healthy in this. So this was necessary, definitely. So thank you guys for listening and watching. I'm gonna go ahead and shut down. Till we meet again, I'm gonna leave you with Hotep. Namaste. Wadu. Peace.